Good evening. Adequate notice. Oh, this is the wrong sheet,
Yeah, wrong one. Just say today's date.
which is May
8th.
8th. Of the May 8th, 2025 regular meeting of the Township Committee has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act by posting written notice and agenda of the meeting on the bulletin board in the municipal building, 1000 Route 10, Township of Hanover, and by hand delivering, mailing, or faxing such notice to the following newspapers: Morris County Daily Record, the Star Ledger, Hanover Eagle, and by filing the same with the Township Clerk.
Roll call, Committeeman Cahill.
Here.
Committeeman Faramasca.
Here.
Committeeman Francioli.
Here.
Committeeman Mahalko.
Here.
Mayor Gallagher.
Here.
5 members in attendance.
Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing for our prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty God, please watch over and guide this governing body with an abundance of wisdom and understanding to help make the best decisions for our residents. Please bless our first responders and township volunteers who help keep us all safe, especially Jim Danis of the Whippany Fire Department, who was seriously injured during a fire training this week. Please keep Jim and his family in your thoughts and prayers. Also, bless our township employees and residents. Lastly, please let us pray for the men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces who stand vigil over us always. Amen.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. First on the agenda, we have the approval of the meeting minutes of April 10th, 2025. May I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So approved. Next order of business is the public hearing and adoption of ordinance numbers 11-2025, 12-2025, 13-2025, 14-2025, and 15-2025. Proof of publication that those ordinances and the notice of introduction appeared in full in the April 30th issue of the Daily Record. At this time, may I have a motion to convene the public hearing on ordinance numbers 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15?
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
Is anyone in chambers wishing to be heard concerning any of those ordinances? If so, please state your name and address for the record and which ordinance you would like to speak regarding.
Motion to close.
Second.
Now, on adoption, may I please have a motion to adopt ordinance numbers 11-2025, 12-2025, 13-2025, 14-2025, and 15-2025.
So moved.
May I have a second?
Second.
On roll call, Committeeman Cahill.
Aye.
Committeeman Faramasca.
Aye.
Committeeman Francioli.
Aye.
Committeeman Mahalko.
Yes.
Mayor Gallagher.
Aye.
So adopted. Next on the agenda, we have the introduction of ordinances. I'd like to read the titles of each into the record. First is ordinance 16-2025. It's a bond ordinance providing for the improvement of the Samuel Tuttle House in and by the Township of Hanover in the County of Morris, New Jersey, appropriating $450,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $428,000 bond or notes of the township for financing such appropriation. Ordinance number 17-2025. An ordinance of the Township Committee of the Township of Hanover, County of Morris, and State of New Jersey, authorizing a change order in the amount of $9,000 with Suburban Consulting Engineers Incorporated for the performance of additional construction phase services within the scope of the original agreement as it relates to the B Meadow Swimming Pool Splash Pad Project, and further appropriating the sum of $15,000 for the Swimming Pool Enterprise Fund Capital Account for 2025 and all prior years for the financing of the change order. And lastly, I have ordinance number 18-2025, an ordinance of the Township of Hanover, Morris County, New Jersey, amending Chapter 166 of the Township Code entitled Land Use and Development in order to amend permitted building heights in the RM-6 zone district. I'd like to state for the record that these ordinances and their respective notice of introductions will be published in full in the Daily Record in accordance with law. The public hearing is scheduled for June 12, 2025 at 8 p.m., and if any member of the public would like to be heard regarding these ordinances, they will be given the opportunity to do so this evening. May I have a motion to introduce ordinance 16-2025, 17-2025, and 18-2025?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, Committeeman Cahill.
Aye.
Committeeman Faramasca.
Aye.
Committeeman Francioli.
Aye.
Committeeman Mahalko.
Yes.
Mayor Gallagher.
Aye.
So introduced. The next order of business, we have the approval of the resolutions as a consent agenda. Those are resolution numbers 99-2025, all the way through to 117-2025. Does any member of the governing body have any questions regarding any of these resolutions?
Move they be approved.
May I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And the resolutions are so approved. And lastly, for myself, I have the payment of bills in $10,151,162.18. John, can you pay the bills for us?
Motion to pay the bills.
I love that he does it every time. May I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Bills are paid, and Mayor and the members of the committee, that clears the agenda, and I thank you very much.
Great, thank you very much, Kristen, good
You're
job.
welcome.
Okay, I'd like a motion to open to the public.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If anyone from the public would like to address the governing body, please step up to the podium, state your name, address, and you have 4 minutes.
Hi, I'm Dina Atkinson, Cedar Knolls. I just had a question about ordinance 18-2025 with the land use, building height. What are we trying to change the height to?
Blaze, you want to take this one?
Put your mic on.
Put your mic on, Blaze, thank you.
The current ordinance allows a 60-foot building height, and we're increasing it, or we would be if we adopt the ordinance, to 75 feet. And the reason for that increase is that when this was an affordable housing site as part of our third-round housing plan, and in negotiating a settlement through the process with the developer and the court, it was based upon an estimated wetland limit. It turns out, after that was adopted, that the wetlands were both more extensive and also classified with a much larger buffer requirement than was anticipated. Therefore, to help meet the township's affordable housing obligation, the development cannot be as horizontal as it was planned to be. It needed to go more vertical, so it's allowing an additional story. The height that's proposed of 75 feet is the same height as the office zone that surrounds it. So for today, an office building in the surrounding zone could be 75 feet high. So it's no taller than what is already permitted on 3 sides of the property. So that's what the change would be.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
And
So Blaze, just to conclude, this isn't going to be a new normal. This is really for a specific area
It's for
and
one-
an option moving forward.
It's one
But not the
site.
new normal.
Yeah, it's one site, it's adding 1 story to a building that is, the nearest resident is over 500 feet away.
Okay. And the ordinance 17-2025 about the pool. What's going on with the pool?
Michael?
With the splash pad, there's been a lot of delays, a lot of issues that have popped up. When they start digging in there, they didn't realize what was going on. We also had to adjust, I believe this specifically comes back to the electrical.
Yes, this change order was more related to some electrical work that needed to be modified to support this project.
Yeah, when they got in there, they realized that the panel, the existing panel, was basically shot, and we needed to redo it. There's no point in just doing a patch, so we said, let's redo the whole panel and bring it up to code, bring it up to safety standards that it needs to be.
Okay. And I also saw on the agenda for the conference, which I missed, that you were going to talk about the Mountain Ave residents' concerns with the group home. What happened with that?
That was an easy one. The other, last meeting, there was quite a little bit of confusion about an easement and a walking path. And we just had to confirm with each other and with our professionals that there is in fact no easement. And like we made clear in the agreement to the company, if there is going to be any change in the walking path or paths, they will be reconstructed and complete prior to any construction of the new dwelling. So we just need an update clearly. Is there an easement, yes or no? And there's not. And so that won't affect anything when it comes to the walking paths, but our agreement with the ARC is that if we do in fact move a walking path, it will be moved immediately and complete before any construction, so our families can enjoy that path and our children can enjoy walking to school safely.
Okay, and I know engineering was working on the placement of the home on the lot.
That's going to be a work in progress. We're looking at different options, and we're not in a very good place right now, so...
So that's not done yet?
Nothing to report right now, other than we don't like what we saw.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Joe, would you like to make a few comments about 3 resolutions?
Yes, thank you, Mayor.
And how did I know that, Joe?
Normally, when we hear from members of the public, when I receive phone calls, I get complaints about different issues and problems, but it's always nice to report on things that are going well in the township. And a number of years ago, when Committeeman Faramasco was the mayor, he called me up and he said, you know, we need to do something about the young people in our community that are attending high school and college to get involved in government. And we ought to start an internship program. And so we put together an ordinance for internships. And it's been very successful, I might add, for the last almost 10 years. And on the agenda tonight, we have 3 such appointments. We have 2 individuals, one gentleman by the name of Thomas LaCapra, and a second person by the name of Carly Zavalia, whose dad was a Hanover Township police officer and is now retired. Both signed up to do internships with the police department starting later this month. Then we have a young man who is a senior at Whippany Park High School who is not getting paid for his internship, but will be getting credit to work in the engineering department, albeit only for a month. I think 1 day a week, Jerry?
No,
Is it more than that?
4 days a week.
4 days a week. And to get experience because he's going on as an engineering student at Rutgers University. So I just wanted to tout the fact that there are a lot of positive things going on in the township. That's one of them. And tonight, the Township Committee approved those 3 resolutions for this internship. So I thank you.
And he drives his bike every to here.
Yes, and the young man that's from Whippany Park High School actually, you know, uses his bike. So thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you,
So
Township
Joe,
Committee.
was that all the items you wanted to cover?
That was it for now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
So have you guys ever had any high school students interested in sitting with you guys? Because I know I've been to other towns, and sometimes they have high school students that participate with the council, but they're just not allowed in the closed legal sessions.
The closest we came and it started under Ron, was a mayor for the day. We had one, again, I believe, 3 years ago, and I heard there's two, one in Salem Drive School and one in Bee Meadow. But as far as high school students joining us in actual governing or participating in a meeting, that's a very good idea. No, not that I know of. It's a very good
Okay,
idea.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You know, to piggyback on that too, and this came out of Morristown Airport. Last week I attended a meeting where 10 high school students who are in programs for aviation were hosted at Morristown Airport. They got a tour, they got a talk, they got a review of the tower, etc. And it's all part of the curricula that they're doing, and hopefully that will, I'm on the air, and hopefully that will launch a career for a lot of these young people who are seniors. So we were very happy to be a part of that too.
Thanks, John. Okay, other business. Would any committeeman like to take a moment and explain what's going on in Hanover Township in your detail? Starting with John. John?
We'll begin with Earth Day. There were two major events in our community for Earth Day. The Green Team, in conjunction with the Whippany River Watershed Action Committee, teamed up for a major cleanup of beautification of all of our parks, to include the community garden. There were over 100 participants, and special thanks goes out to Barclays, Marzetti Falcon, MetLife, the Department of Public Works did a great job, and the Whippany Fire Department Rescue Team. The second major event, I'm going to leave that for the mayor, because that was a special event as well, as part of the Earth Day, to discuss that. My next issue to discuss is Economic Development Advisory Committee is planning for a big open house for business brokers on June 11th at All Seasons Golf. And Economic Development Advisory Committee has had a long-standing relationship with Whippany Park High Schools for intern to participate in the details of EDAC. So that's something that we felt was very positive, and that's out there. If anybody is interested, come to one of our meetings. Engineering's focus is all about the roads this time of year. Poplar Drive, Countrywood Drive, Laurel Lane and Howell Street are some of those where the advertising will go out on May 13th. The bid packages to be open on June 3rd, looking for an award early in June. Last point, in terms of engineering, and I'm sure Deputy Mayor Mahalka will talk a little bit about it, the recreation projects. Mayor, that concludes my remarks.
Thank you very much, John. Ron?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, to piggyback on John, with the community farm and garden, that was a very successful weekend. We want to thank everyone involved, we certainly do. Also, on that Sunday of that weekend, through Sierra, with one of our employees in the Recreation Department, we had an organization, Saving Earth A to Z. They showed up and worked all day to improve the garden, fixing the trails, adding wood chips, etc. A lot of good physical labor. The garden looks absolutely beautiful. We have to thank all these people who made contributions to making it happen, so we're very happy about that. I just explained that Morristown Airport did a high school tour, lecture on aviation. I think they're going to try and annualize that. That'll be a wonderful thing for them. We're making progress with the county on the Morris County Transportation Committee, which I sit. Route 24, Park Avenue, Columbia Turnpike, as most know, has been a treacherous intersection for quite some time. I think at this point, they're moving forward to in the design concept. We'll learn more about that very shortly through our committee, but it is approved to go forward on, so we're very, very pleased about that as well. Tonight, one of our own members of our community, Wayne Rosatka, some may know him, who was a member of the Hanover Township Sewage Authority for quite a long time, who retired and left, and he's back with us here tonight. He's at the library, and from 6, I think we just missed him, from 6 to 8, etc., on a book signing tour. So I hope some of our community got an opportunity to get out there and see Wayne and say hello to him as well. This particular Saturday, and these are pre-registered folks, are going to be part of our first eye care clinic. It will be held at the Recreation Center, and it's being run by Laser Vision of Hanover Township. There are well over 20 applicants that have come in on the program so far, and once again, this is the first time we're doing this program. This is the initiation of the program. So we're hoping to expand it. We don't expand it this year. We're going to certainly expand it on an annualized basis for more of our seniors. And by the way, this was focused on seniors, and you didn't have to be a member of the Seniors Club to be part of it. This was all seniors in town who could take advantage of this if they pre-registered. So thank you, Mayor. That's what we got.
Thank you, Ron. Brian? Skip Roby.
Thank you. Just a couple of things. First of all, I had mentioned a couple of meetings ago that Hanover Township Police Department participated in a distracted driving enforcement exercise designed just to do that, to discourage distracted driving, such as texting and so forth. It ran from the beginning of April to the end of April. So I just wanted to share some results. Basically, the state gave us some grant money, which allowed for the police department to add 125 extra hours of patrols, specifically for the purpose of distracted driving. And that resulted in a high level, 250 stops, 248 summonses, 68 warnings, but also resulted in 7 arrests. So, even when you're out looking for distracted drivers, other things do pop up. So, by all measures, it was a success, as it has been in multiple years. Next, again, HPD, Hanover Police Department. 2 of our officers are participating in the Unity Tour. Unity Tour happens every year. It starts off in Fairfield, New Jersey. It's a 3-day bike ride, a 4-day event. A bike ride to Washington, D.C., and it's basically the organization that's responsible for it. Their mission is to support officers and their families of officers that have been lost in the line of duty. So that's going on right now as we speak. Or, I'm sorry, actually starting tomorrow, Friday. Also, again, Hanover Township Police is sponsoring a blood drive. Will be at the Community Center on Friday, May 16th from 12 to 5 p.m. So if you're so inclined, I'd encourage you to go there and do that to help out. It'd be much appreciated. And last is just a reminder, it's a little bit early, but in case we don't have any public meeting in our next May meeting, Monday, May 26th is the Memorial Day Parade, kicking off at the high school at 9:30 in the morning. So we'd encourage people to please attend. It's been a huge success in the past, and I'm hoping it will be again this year. So,
Thank you, Brian. Mike? Oh, you don't have anything tonight?
Thank you. Okay. We always have a lot going on. Yeah, start my 4 minutes. I'll start with seniors. We have a very active senior program, and in addition to their 2 meetings a month, there's also every Wednesday the seniors meet, and there's always either a movie or games or something always going on for the seniors. In addition to that, we got trips coming up. Wind Creek bus trip, their spring luncheon is coming up on Wednesday the 21st. The Senior Balance Clinic is coming up. The point is, if you're a senior, if of that age, over 60, sign up. There's a lot going on. Hey. There's a lot going on, really, for our seniors, and you don't have to necessarily belong to the club. You can be anybody from our town is welcome, and then, again, get out, socialize, meet some new people. There's always something going on. Check out the website. Mark your dates, guys. We got a couple things coming up. May 31st, we have actually a Learn to Fish. We tried that last year. Brian Primo took a lot of youngsters and showed them how to fish over at Malapartis Park. He's doing that again, and he's doing that before June 7th, which is our fishing contest.
That's fun.
So mark your calendars for that too, guys. While we're marking our calendars, July 2nd will be our patriotic celebration, our fireworks, here at Town Hall. So that's on July 2nd. Cultural arts, we have an event coming up, the Ukrainian Festival at the Rec Center. That's on May 18th, Sunday, May 18th. There'll be dancing, there'll be food, a lot of things going on for that. So again, that's also May 18th. We talked briefly about Bee Meadow Pool. I just wanted to point out, we've had the highest registration almost ever so far. 600 registrations, those are families. Multiply that by, 3 or 4 or 5 people, that's how many people so far, and we still got another month to go. Splash Pad is moving along a little bit slower than we wanted. They've run into a couple problems. One of those was the power that we pointed out before. There may be some delays. We're hoping we can start using it by mid-July, but we're going to keep pressing ahead as long as it's safe to operate and safe to do the construction. We're going to keep going ahead. And we've worked out a plan, if they are still doing construction when the pool opens full-time come the end of June, that we should be able to safely do their construction. The heavy stuff should be complete by then, and the pool will still operate. So we made contingencies for that. We knew it was a tight time frame, but we're going to keep moving ahead with it. While we're talking about projects, Blackbrook, I don't know if you guys saw Facebook. I put a couple pictures up there. The turf is down.
Looks great.
We're about 90%. We've got a punch list of some items that need to get finished up. We're also working on repaving all of the paths at Blackbrook. Really did a nice job. Just the design of the park itself, of the ball field, it's really coming out well. It looks pretty sharp. Be aware though, Bee Meadow Park is still closed. We have a lot of big equipment going on. Unfortunately, until that big equipment's out of the way, the park needs to remain closed. We can't afford to have those, machines going back and forth and somebody get hurt. So we'll open it as soon as we can, which hopefully should be within another couple weeks again, as soon as the big equipment's out of the way. Thank you, Brian, for mentioning Memorial Day Parade. All of the committee members help out on the Memorial Day Parade. Everybody pitches in and does something. It's a terrific crew. I chair it, but everybody does a lot of work and a lot of organizing. And this year, our Grand Marshal is Steve Bolkar. He's from town. And our speaker is
Mike Herbert.
Mike Herbert, thank you.
Yeah.
I forgot his first name.
Captain Mike Herbert.
Captain Mike Herbert. He'll be our guest speaker. Again, that's on Memorial Day, Monday, May 26th. Step off for the parade is at 9:30, and it starts at the high school, travels down Whippany Road, left on the Parsippany Road, up to the American Legion. And then hopefully you can join us for a ceremony and some refreshments afterwards. So, that's it.
That's it? Good job, Mike. Thank you very much for everything.
No, thank you all.
I got 4 items. Number 1, speaking of distracted driving, Catch a Later is a foundation out of Bayonne, New Jersey, where the entire purpose of the initiative is to alert people to distracted driving and let them know that life or lives can be changed in a split second. We're partners with them in Hanover Township and many other municipalities in this area now. When we had our last event here, we videoed that event. We spent quite a bit of time with Robert, and Robert, great job, and thank you very much. Quite a bit of time editing that material. We wrote a cover letter and a one-pager from Pam O'Donnell from Catch a Later. Last Friday at 7 p.m., we sent it to 529 mayors in New Jersey, introducing them to the program, the importance of the program, what it means to us, and it exploded with the views of your video, Robert, on YouTube. We're getting a lot of interest, putting a lot of people in touch with Pam O'Donnell. That's going to make a very, very big impact. Another great opportunity for Hanover Township to help as many people as possible using every resource available. I want to talk about flood remediation, and I can be quick on it, but this is a topic I'm going to look at Mike, because I can really talk about this one. 2 days ago, and I don't use props, the League of Municipalities magazine did a big feature on what we're doing in this area of Morris County. 7 municipalities shared service. I'm going to give you some numbers. Behind PC Richards, we took out 150 yards of material. Behind Politi Auto Parts, 175 yards of material. Down Klinger Road and Stymus Lane in East Hanover, downstream service was in there 7 to 10 days. The water is flowing. We had a volunteer portion, which was 4A, 4B is going to be in June, where we had the DPW, we had our OEM, and we had James Hark out of Cedar Knolls go in there on a Saturday morning in the rain, and they pulled out 100 yards of material. So you tally that up, and then you watch that water run, that's no accident. This is real, it's happening, and this is just the beginning. I do want you to know that releasing posts and different videos on Facebook is a great way to communicate. Well, we have a record with this because when I put the video on behind PC Richards, in 4 days it had 18,200 views. I've never seen anything like it. People are thrilled. People deserve this, and we made it a non-political issue. We have everybody now joining us and supporting us, and we have a meeting next week with some heavy hitters where we are going to create a recommendation to all municipalities with a waterway to create a line item, whether it's $2,500 or $5,000, to go in and at least desnag their rivers. Because when the water runs, we have a lot less flooding, and it will not make it as essential for New Jersey to do little or nothing and just simply change the flood maps and make people fend for themselves. So I'm very proud to be part of this, and what I am is a part of this. I'm trying to figure out how to release this on Facebook or share it through the town. I think it's on the website already. But you'll also read this article, and there's no heroes in this group, and now our task force is up to 52 people. 52 people, and I'm very proud of that. Two more quick ones. The Mental Health Association is going to have a symposium in here, May 21st, and our target is middle school-aged families. We have a lot of incredible people coming here to help people understand, and our two big speakers are Tracy from the Mental Health Association and Hanover Township Schools Superintendent Justin Toomey. Justin's going to talk about some of the issues he's dealing with and services that are available. We are going to record it so people can watch it in their privacy at their own home, but they are welcome to come join us, and that should be a really good event, a very, very important event. I want to say welcome to James, our new assistant BA right there. Robert, if you could put the camera on this young man, I'd appreciate it. Maybe that could be what is displayed on YouTube when it says our meeting.
Didn't know we could turn that bright red.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, James, right there. Last thing, I talk about the 200 Club of Morris County a lot. They have a very, very big ceremony at the Morris County Public Safety Academy this coming week. I believe it's Monday, Bill. I thought it was Tuesday, but it's Monday. And Hanover Township's very own Bill Byrne, his granddaughter, is getting a scholarship. And let me tell you, from being a trustee, that's a very, very big deal, so congratulations, Bill. If anybody wants to come check out that event at the Academy, they have snacks, the place is beautiful, you get a tour, and of course, Sheriff James Gannon will be there for the entire event. That's all I got. Anybody have anything else?
Motion?
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Very good. Very good.
It's interesting. Talk about the intense front page of the Wall Street Journal.